Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right in to decode the actual blueprint for our wireless future. We're pulling these ideas straight from the Intelligent Wireless Systems Summit. Think of it as the roadmap for the next decade of connectivity. Okay, let's get right into it. It feels like we're all just now getting used to what 5G can do, right? But believe it or not, behind the scenes, the people who build our digital world, well, they're already on to the next big thing. And it's not just an upgrade, it's a massive convergence of technologies that's going to completely redefine what's even possible. And this quote from Elodie Veillao at Airbus, one of the keynote speakers, man, it just says it all. This isn't about a simple evolution. Nope. This is a flat-out competition for who's going to lead the next technological age. And the whole thing revolves around one single game-changing idea. So this blueprint for the future, it's all built around a single formula. The people in the know are calling it AI xS³. And you're going to want to remember that name because it represents a truly fundamental shift in how we think about wireless systems. So this is the core concept right here, AI S³. It stands for artificial intelligence multiplied by three things: spectrum, space, and sensing. It's basically a unified framework where four fields that used to operate completely separately are now merging into one single intelligent system. And this is exactly why it's such a massive deal. A key strategist from Vodafone put it perfectly. There's really no other place where the top experts in radio frequencies, satellite networks, and AI are all in the same room tackling the same problem. The old way of working in silos, yeah, that's over. So what exactly are these four pillars, and what is it about combining them that's so revolutionary? Let's break them down one by one. So here they are: AI, spectrum, space, and sensing. Let's take a look at what each one brings to the table in this new unified system. First up, AI. And look, we're not talking about some AI feature that gets bolted on as an afterthought. No, this is about building networks that are AI native from the very beginning. We're talking about networks that can manage themselves, that can optimize their own performance on the fly, and do it all securely. Second, we've got spectrum. The easiest way to think about spectrum is like the invisible highways our data travels on. The goal here is to stop treating these highways like fixed, rigid lanes. Instead, the idea is to create a super dynamic system that can allocate these resources with incredible efficiency, changing from moment to moment. The third pillar is space. And this is all about completely erasing the line between the cell towers on the ground and the satellite networks up in the sky. The vision is a single, seamless, hybrid network that gives you connectivity absolutely everywhere, whether you're in a crowded city or in the middle of the ocean. And finally, the fourth pillar, sensing. Okay, this is where it gets seriously mind-bending. The idea here is that the very same wireless signal that connects your phone could also act like radar, sensing the physical world around it. I mean, it could map a room, guide a self-driving car, or track a drone, all while it's giving you a data connection. Wild stuff. So who is actually building this future? I mean, who are the people in the room making this all happen? Taking it from a cool idea into our reality. Now, check this out, because this chart is super interesting. It shows you who's involved. Sure, over half are from big corporations, but look closer. A full quarter are regulators. Another 10% are from the government. That tells you this isn't just some tech conference. This is a high-stakes meeting to literally build our future economy and national security infrastructure. And the scale here is serious. We are talking about more than 1,200 attendees. And the key word there is decision makers. These are the people who actually have the authority and the budgets to make this whole vision a reality. And with a 97% approval rating for the content, it's pretty clear these discussions are way more than just talk. This is where the global agenda is being set. This is where the real momentum is being built. When you look closer at who these architects are, you really see the weight behind this whole movement. This isn't just one industry doing its own thing. It's a powerful coalition that brings together national security, top-level policy, deep R&D, and federal regulation. So, for example, you have the Department of Defense's Future G Office, led by people like Thomas Rondo, sitting right at the table with key policymakers like Caitlin Clark from the White House. That's making sure this whole thing aligns with national strategy. They're joined by the innovators who are actually building the tech. People like Peter Vedder, the president of the legendary Nokia Bell Labs. I mean, these are the folks who practically invented modern communication. And crucially, it all comes together with the regulators, like FCC Commissioner Jeffrey Starks. They're the ones tasked with writing the rulebook for this new era. You see, it's that complete ecosystem of players, all working together, that makes this shift feel so inevitable. So the billion-dollar question is, what does bringing all these powerful players and technologies together actually mean for us? Why does any of this high-level stuff matter in the real world? Because, and this is the key, this is about so much more than faster movie downloads. We are talking about the foundational technology for national defense, for advanced intelligence and surveillance, for robust communications for our first responders, for truly autonomous cars and drones, for smart infrastructure that can manage our energy grids and traffic flow in real time. This is huge. Ultimately, the theme of this entire movement is captured perfectly in this one line, where intelligence becomes the new spectrum. The value is shifting. It's not just about who has access to the wireless highways anymore, it's about who can harness the intelligence that those highways create and carry. And that profound shift, it leaves us with a really critical question to think about as this next technological decade unfolds. If intelligence itself is the new resource that everyone is trying to control, then who gets to set the rules? Who gets to decide the frequency? It's something to think about as this AI-powered future gets built, right now, as we speak.